If you haven't seen the previous video in this series, follow the link on your screen or click the link in the description or pinned comment below. Oh, I've been waiting over 7 years for this. Somebody with the audacity to try to defend homosexuality in ancient Kemet?
Run it. Run it.
Captain Tazaryach in the building. Stand up, Cat.
Kissy man, kissy face. What up, kissy face?
Captain Tazaryach just got in the building. Hasn't even said anything yet. And you're coming at him with the gay jokes. Both you and Sonetta laughing at him. For that, you get another 5 shots.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Stop kissing people and unmute yourself.
Still making gay jokes. You and Sonetta are laughing it up now. But wait until Cap starts citing homosexual passages from the Coffin, Texas and Pyramid, Texas. We're gonna hear crickets then.
He got that thing with the Osiris and the penis towards the mouth.
Y'all can see that?
Yeah, I see he got it on the screen again. There he go with that shit again, man. Come on.
All you got is myths. Can you bring something real? We got you with real shit.
Right.
Real shit.
Right.
This image depicting Geb and Osiris may be myth to you, Shaka, but to the ancient Egyptians, these gods were real. So you can't just dismiss this image as myth to get around its obvious homoerotic message. The fact still remains that someone in ancient Kemet made a conscious decision to portray Geb and Osiris this way. And whether you see it as a myth or not, an image of a naked man sucking himself off with another aroused naked man arched above him is gay, period.
And also, the phone call, when Shaka called me, I think that was a couple years ago. What I said I messed up at was I didn't properly explain it. When you look up that word in the Greek, when you look up that word Greek, so when I said I kissed my brother, first of all, that brother I was referring to was he was dead. I was just coming from a funeral. But when you look at the word kiss, it's just nashak, which means to touch or which means to greet. And so that's all it means. So it's not implying two men kissing.
I know exactly what phone conversation you're talking about, Cap.
Hey, yo, who was the last Hebrew Israelite you greeted with a kiss?
Give me 1 second.
Oh,
I was in
is that many? Y'all kissing that many?
I was in Philly. 1 second, I'm gonna answer your question.
So
we buried a brother. We buried a brother this past Thursday. Thursday.
So y'all do be kissing each other then?
Well, see.
So hold on. So y'all be kissing each other? I'm asking.
Shaka crazy.
Nah, y'all been talking all this hold on. So my question is this, because y'all talk so much shit. Right? All this homo shit you'll talk. So now, what I'm finding out is that it's a ritual and a biblical custom for you Hebrew Israelites, males, to kiss one another when greeting each other, yes? Yo, I'm the only man you know can get Tazaryach to admit he kissed his fellow Hebrew Israelite.
Yo, back to teaching, man.
I'm back to teaching, hold on. Yo, see, I told y'all, I did not want to do this.
Even still, Shaka shouldn't have a problem with two men kissing. In case you forgot, this is the same man who said,
"Pants hanging off your ass is gay. It's very, very gay." I'm not saying that anything wrong with being gay, but if that's what you want to be that. I'm not saying that anything wrong with being gay, but if that's what you want to be that. I'm not saying that anything wrong with being gay, but if that's what you want to be that. I'm not saying that anything wrong with being gay, but if that's what you want to be that.
That's worth these many shots. And Sonetta, you strongly disagreed with Shaka when he said this.
Pants hanging off your ass is gay. It's very, very gay. I'm not saying that anything wrong with being gay, but if that's what you want to be that.
What you mean? You supposed to say
no. Hold on, stop. I'm gonna tell you why. Let me explain myself.
I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with being gay.
Don't speak for me. Don't put the camera on me.
Something wrong with being gay.
No, there isn't. I'm gonna tell you why. Brother. Listen, just listen. You don't know everything. Listen. All right?
I know this. I don't know
no.
But now you're on this live stream helping him defend homosexuality. The old Sonetta would have reacted to Shaka the way those men reacted to Toothpick.
Nigga, take me to jail.
Take me to jail.
Lock me up.
Lock me up.
Throw away the key.
Throw away the key.
I ain't afraid to fuck somebody in his ass.
Hey,
No. This fool is tripping.
I'm out of here.
You on your own there, bro.
I'm just gonna go and show why the Bible fixes us. Right. This is the point. You're gonna go in there and show how Kemet fixes us.
That's a good topic. Yeah, that is a good topic.
And the people is gonna look at it and say, okay, I believe Shaka showed Kemet was better, or Tazaryach showed the Bible was better. That's all. That's all it really is about.
I have no problem with that at all. I think that? Yeah.
You can stop with the cap, Shaka. You know there's nothing in ancient Kemetic literature you can present to fix the black community that the Bible hasn't already stated a dozen times.
If you think tonight did anything, I'm not done. Okay. Like you already said Horus and Seth was the Mike Tyson principle. I mean, it don't get no worse than that.
This is true, Shaka. You did say what happened between Horus and Seth is what you would call the Mike Tyson principle.
Now, part of the reason that you have to understand why that story was told that way is you have to understand something about, you have to understand what I call the Mike Tyson principle. You often hear Mike Tyson use same-sex love language towards men when he wants to disrespect them. He talks about, he said, oh, you look good. You look like a nice woman to me. I want to do things to you. You see how Mike Tyson talks to men that way? In ancient times, for a man to take the greatest insult that you could commit on another man was to take his manhood away from him. And that was by engaging in a certain type of sex, okay? And so the man who initiated the sex was considered to be straight. He was considered to be straight because he was taking your manhood. It's the same way they still do in jail today. You understand? They used it. So the Romans, right? If the Romans met you on the battlefield and they wanted to destroy you in front of your wife, they would do things sexually to you, period. It didn't mean that they were that way. In their minds, they weren't. They just treated you like a woman.
You can miss me with the gay technicalities, bruh. It doesn't matter if Seth, the ancient Romans, or males in prison today raped other males to take their manhood. It's still gay. Even Riley will tell you that.
Show of hands, how many people ever raped a man?
Pause.
And as for your Mike Tyson principle,
Put your mother in a straight jacket, you punk ass white boy. Come here and tell me that if I fuck you in your ass, you punk white boy, you faggot. You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive, you bitch. Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say in my face, fuck you, ass for everybody. You bitch, come on, you bitch. You're scared coward. You not man enough to fuck with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
just because Iron Mike said it doesn't make it any less gay, bruh.
My only legitimate question to you would be about that situation, because you keep lumping Horus and Set in the situation together. My question to you is, what homosexual act did Horus commit?
Oh, I can answer that. While it is true that Seth was the clear aggressor in the contendings of Horus and Seth, there's another version of this story that states Horus consented to Seth's sexual advances. This is what it says in the hieratic papyri from Kahan and Gorab. The divine person of Seth said to the divine person of Horus, "How beautiful are your buttocks! How vital!" Notice that this version of the story opens up with Seth complimenting Horus on having nice buttocks. But let's continue. Stretch out your legs. And the person of Horus said, "Watch out, I shall tell this." Then he ran and told his mother Isis that Seth desired to sodomize him. And she said to him, "Beware, do not approach him about it. When he mentions it to you another time, then you shall say to him, 'It is too painful for me entirely, as you are heavier than me. My strength, backside, shall not support your strength, erection.' Then when he gives you his strength, place your fingers between your buttocks. Lo, he will enjoy it exceedingly." In other words, Isis is telling Horus, spread them cheeks and let Seth get it. So in this version of the story, not only did Horus consent to Seth's gay proposition, it was his mother Isis who told him to do it. So we have a mother supporting her young son being gay. I wonder where we've seen this before.
The dishonest thing that you're doing when you address that motif is that you're trying to equate telling a story with advocating for the story. They're not doing that. We're advocating for a certain type of behavior.
That's a lie. In the contendings of Horus and Seth, the great Ennead, or 9 deities, sided with Seth at the tribunal when he told them he had violated Horus. This is from the papyrus Chester Beatty I, which dates to the 12th dynasty during the reign of Ramesses V. It reads, "And Seth went to speak unto Horus, Come, let us go, in order that I may contend with thee in the tribunal. Thereupon Horus spake unto him, I will do so. Verily, I will do so. Thereupon they twain went to the tribunal, and they stood before the great Ennead. And it was said unto them, Speak concerning yourselves. Thereupon Seth said, Let there be given unto me the office of ruler, for as to Horus, this same that standeth here, I have performed doughty deeds of war against him." And doughty deeds of war simply means Seth defeated Horus and then violated him sexually. But listen to this last part. Thereupon the Ennead cried out aloud, and they belched and spat before the face of Horus. So the fact that these tribunal deities belched and spat in Horus's face is a clear indication that they did advocate Seth's homosexual rapist behavior. Stop lying.
Right? Let me ask
Right.
you a question.
Right?
You said that Geb is putting his penis in his mouth, right?
No. Semen, not his
Oh,
penis.
it's semen in his mouth.
Right.
Okay.
That's the illustration.
Right. That is the illustration.
Actually, Shaka, that's not the illustration. First, Geb wasn't the god who put semen in his mouth to begin creation. It was Atum who did this, or Khepera, as it states in an alternate version of this story. Secondly, this illustration depicting Geb and Osiris is called the Book of the Dead of Hinatui, and it doesn't even depict the creation story. Now, I can understand Cap getting this stuff mixed up because Kemet is not really his thing. But you're supposed to be a grandmaster teacher of Kemet. You should know this.
But in the Metal Netter, it says, I joined myself in my embrace with my shadow. I poured seed into my mouth, my own.
Right. Okay.
And so the illustration, I'll get you the source if necessary when I do my little presentation on you and show you where that image came from. But we didn't draw that image.
No, I know you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it right now. All right, cool. So your thing is the so-called autofellatio, right? It said that he did something and
poured seed in his mouth.
Right?
That's right.
So here's my thing, right? I don't have any provenance on that text. It would be irresponsible for me to address a text that I know nothing about, right? I
agree with that. Now I agree with that.
In other words, and not only that, I would be setting myself up. It's like I'm walking into something that I don't know anything about. That's irresponsible.
Really, Shaka? The text Cap cited is from the Book of Knowing the Evolutions of Ra and of Overthrowing Apep. Here is the exact passage Cap cited. Even amateur Egyptologists are familiar with this text, yet you say you know nothing about it? That is scary.
Yo, in the ancient Egyptian coffin text spell 635, Re has no power over me, and it is I who take away his breath. A tomb has no power over me, and I violate his hinder parts.
Right.
Yeah, that's in your coffin text.
Okay. I don't doubt it.
I don't doubt it. Is that it? Is that all you have to say to that? You don't doubt it. Let's keep going. I also see you and Sarnetta have gotten real quiet over there. Like I said, crickets. And since you clearly were not aware of coffin text 635 either, I guess I have to explain this too. This spell enabled the deceased to have dominance over the god Atum in the afterlife by sodomizing him. Now, Cap cited Raymond Oliver Faulkner's translation of this spell, but this is how Adrian de Buck translates it. Ray has no power over me, for I am he who takes away his breath. Atum has no power over me, for I copulate between his buttocks. I don't doubt it either, Shaka. This is definitely gay.
And the recitation on the ancient Egyptian pyramid text Pepi, antechamber east wall, recitation 396. Horus groaned because of his eye of his body when he had eaten and swallowed it, and the Ennead saw it. Seth rasped because of his testicles. Horus transported semen into Seth's anus. Seth transported his semen into Horus' anus. That's what we doing, Si? That spell recitation 396 on the pyramid walls of Pepe.
Okay. Who gave you this stuff? Was it Dr. Reggie? No, I'm just asking the question, brother.
I didn't make this up. This is ancient pyramid text, Pepe, antechamber,
who
east wall.
Who gave you this? Reggie? Reggie did this?
No, Reggie didn't give it to me. No, not Reggie.
I know why you think Reggie gave Cap this information, Sonetta. Reggie has betrayed the Kemetic community before to help a Hebrew. But this time, Reggie's innocent. He didn't give Cap this information, Sonetta. I know this because I'm the one who gave Cap this information. In other words,
It's me, Austin! It was me all along, Austin!
Yep, it was me, Saw. Brother Josh, a Hebrew, a Christian, and unfortunately for you, someone who has been studying Kemet for a long time. That little information I gave Cap was more than enough to silence you and Shakka. So there's no point in me bringing out the nukes. Y'all can't even handle the guns. Let's get back to the spell Cap read from the pyramid texts. It says, Horus groaned because of his eye of his body, when he had eaten it and swallowed it, and the Enneads saw it. Seth rest because of his testicles. Horus transported his semen into Seth's anus. Seth transported his semen into Horus's anus. But wait a minute, Shaka. You said in that other live stream,
there was no same-sex love between Seth and Horus. There was no same-sex love between Seth and Horus. There was no same-sex love between Seth and Horus. There was no same-sex love between Seth and Horus.
So explain how Horus and Seth managed to get their semen into each other's anuses if there was no same-sex love between them. Plus, this spell again answers the question you asked Cap earlier.
My question to you is, what homosexual act did Horus commit?
Horus ejaculated into Seth's anus, Shaka. But that's not all. This spell and the hieratic papyri also prove that Seth did successfully penetrate Horus, which you denied in your conversation with Naquam.
Because that wasn't a lie.
No, 1 second, but you're lying now, because in the story, it does not say that he penetrated Horus. He said he tried. Horus stuck his hand between his legs.
He said he did. Where
he
didn't say he tried anything. There was no testing or attempting. He did. He stated that he did it.
No, he stuck
Brother,
it between
there's
his
no try in any of the
Lacan.
translations.
Well, how then did Seth's semen end up in Horus's anus, as it states in Pyramid Text 396, if he didn't successfully penetrate Horus? Make it make sense, bruh. But that's not even the worst part. Your ignorance of what the loins of Horus refer to in the contendings of Horus and Seth really showed your pseudo-scholarship.
Here we go. Seth spake unto Horus, come, let us pass a happy day in my house. Thereupon Horus said to him, trusting his uncle, hey, I will do so verily. I will do so. Verily, I will do so. And when it was eventide, the bed was spread for them, and they twain lie down. And in the night, Seth caused his member to become stiff. He had an erection. He made it go between the loins of Horus. Now, my question to you, my question to you, look, Laquan, I want to see what grade you went to in school.
Man, you just cut yourself.
Laquan, I'm talking to you, bro. I'm trying to give you respect. Then be respectful. Show me you got some intelligence. Tell the audience, what are loins? What are loins?
First of all, Shaka, the narrative says that Seth put his penis between the loins of Horus. So it's clear from the context that loins refer to a part of Horus's body that could be separated or spread apart.
What are loins? Is loins an asshole? What are loins? Is loins an asshole? Is loins a butthole? Because I'm going to put it on the screen, bro. So it says, right. And in the night, Seth caused his member to become stiff, and he made it go between the loins of Horus. Thereupon, Horus put his two hands between his loins, and he caught the seed of Seth. All right, so basically, Horus's butthole is nowhere in this story. The loins are, not his butthole. I have a certification in anatomy and physiology. I got to know the human body. Your loins is not your ass. Okay, so you need to go back to school, Laquan. I would hate for you to teach your son that loins means ass, because he's gonna look silly in front of the classroom.
No, Shaka, you're looking silly on this live stream because your loins can sometimes mean your buttocks. This is what it says under powerthesaurus.org under synonyms for loins. Notice that one of the synonyms is buttocks. Next, we'll go to wordhippo.com. It says under what is another word for loins. Now, plural for the part of the body of humans and quadrupeds at each side of the backbone between the ribs and hips. Again, notice that one of the synonyms it gives for loins is buttocks. Now let's go to synonym.tech, and under synonyms for loins, once again, we see buttocks. And if you're still not convinced, the Egyptians themselves sometimes viewed loins and buttocks as the same thing depending on the context. This is seen in the Medu Neter itself. This is from an Egyptian hieroglyphic dictionary by E.A. Wallace Budge. And as you can see, the word kept or kepti can refer to the buttocks, thighs, loins, the shame, the genital organs, male and female. So it's clear from the homosexual nature of this narrative that the loins of Horus referred to his buttocks. In other words, Seth clap them cheeks, bruh.
Sanetta, when it comes to butchering meat, you have to know anatomy and physiology. No butcher can become a butcher without knowing the body parts, all right? There's an article here for a reason. It says pork loin versus pork butt. Which is the better cut for pulled pork? The reason why they're making a distinction between pork loin and pork butt is because the loin is not the butt, and the butt is not the loin. Whether you like it or not, you just lost that conversation. Now you're going to try to pretend that you didn't, but you did. Okay, you lost the conversation. I know because I used to work as a butcher. The loin is not the butt. Only if you are retarded is the loin the butt.
No, you're the retarded one, Shaka, because the loins can sometimes mean the butt. Also, if you were a butcher, you were a dumb one, because first, pork butt doesn't even refer to the buttocks of the pig. It refers to the cut of meat from the shoulder of the pig and is sometimes referred to as Boston butt. Secondly, the loin of a pig refers to the cut of meat from the muscle that runs along the back between the back fat and the ribs. This meat is sometimes called pork loin. But this is all butcher terminology defining cuts of pork. It has no relation whatsoever to the loins or anatomy of a man. So you went from being a pseudo-butcher to a pseudo-scholar who butchers definitions. Wow.
Yo, bro. Look,
don't say bring me these nuts. Don't say bring me these nuts. Don't say that shit.
Bring me these nuts.
Don't play dumb, Shaka. You know why Cap said this.
Bring me Wesley Muhammad. He's a clown. Oh, you want Wesley? Bring me them nuts. So I can crush them in my hands. Bring me them nuts so I can crush them in my hands. Yo, with a little PhD. Nah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Break.
And what was up with that hand gesture you made, bruh?
With a little PhD. With a little PhD. With a little PhD.
Everybody knows the limp wrist is a sign for homosexuality. So you're out here talking about grabbing dudes' nuts and flashing gay signs. Should I file this under the Mike Tyson principle too, Shaka? Now, I'm not calling you gay, but after hearing you say all these such things, plus justifying blatant homosexuality in comedic art and literature, you're definitely pushing GKA. That's gay comedic apologetics.
You want me to read some more shit?
I got you. Oh, keep going, please.
Oh, okay, no sweat. Now, this says Ancient Egyptian Coffin Text, Volume 1 through 3, spell 700. Right. A man shall be among the living. Oh, who are you between the two cows of Geb? I escaped thence, and Geb is cleansed. He will grant me to his appearing in his glory, and will put down for me the plant that is between his lips. His phallus is between the buttocks of his son and heir. Right. If there be not a son for him.
All right.
So you have no explanation for Coffin Text 700 either, Shaka? Okay, I'll explain it to you. This spell is either referring to the deceased sodomizing his own son in the afterlife, or, like Coffin Text 635, it's referring to the deceased sodomizing a god, in this case, Gab's son. But in either case, it is gay. But that's okay because it's just mythology, right, Saw? Nah, you don't really believe that. Just look at you covering your face. You're clearly hurt and humiliated.
Shout out to the damn anonymous Hebrew. Cat got y'all dumb quiet.
Facts, anonymous Hebrew. The fact is, Shaka, there's no getting around the flagrant homosexuality in Kemetic literature. And since this is religious literature, that means the spiritual system is intertwined with homosexuality. The Egyptians worshipped and praised gay gods. You and all your Kemetic colleagues are advocating a gay spiritual system. Deal with it. Most importantly, I could tell from all these weak live streams you did leading up to your debate with Cap that you were going to lose. And I was right. You lost. Cap smoked you, and you know Cap smoked you. That's why you're on Sonetta TV making excuses and whining like a 55-year-old baby.
There were handicaps there. They allowed Tazaryach to set all the rules. What the topic was, what I couldn't use. He wouldn't agree to the time that I wanted for us to present in.
You acting like JJ in them right now, Shaka, for real. Come on, bro. You got to be disciplined on this, man.
I'm gonna make a clip out of this shit. So
never let them see you sweat. Stay strong, Shaka. Stay strong, Shaka. Okay. If you believe you won, then you don't have to keep you acting all upset and mad right now. Come on, brother. If you won, stop being upset and mad. Let them go.
My biggest haters are not just the Hebrew Israelites. You guys also have to understand that I have a lot of rivals in the Kemetic community who are very jealous of the attention that I get. They're very jealous of whatever it is that they are. That's a fact, right? They're envious of it, and they want it for themselves.
Shaka, real quick. You know, I put myself on a hot seat on my own channel, bro. And I open up the floor and I let them come at me, bro. You got to be able to take constructive criticism, whether they right or wrong. Whether they right or wrong, Shaka, it's still about the discipline. Whether they right or wrong, everybody's not going to agree with you. Everybody's not going to agree with me.
Here's where you always fuck up. If you had something to actually teach me, I would sit here and listen with my mouth shut for 2 hours because I love to learn. You are not qualified to teach me because you're an idiot. I could tell this from your first conversation you had with me the last time I was on here, trying to prove a point I wasn't even talking about. You were trying to get me to disprove existentially Yahweh in the Bible. We weren't talking about that. You were trying to compare your intellect to mine. I don't come on here to have many debates with people trying to compare their intellect to mine. You're not fucking qualified. When you show me you're qualified, I'll listen.
See, what happens is this Negro is so used to kicking niggas off, but see, he couldn't kick off Captain Tazaryach because when you tried to kick him off, his foot was so far in your fucking ass.
All right, whatever. You're a fucking clown, dude. You're a wannabe. You're mad because you're not me, and you're mad. And I get it. If you study harder, you could get the respect that I have.
Hold on, but see, this is the problem.
You know what? Nobody know. You gotta study harder. You're an idiot.
Bro,
you gotta study harder. You gotta study harder. You got
all right. Hey, let me move on. Hey, Q, real quick, close out, real quick, park your car, brother. So I gotta move on.
All right. Let me park my car, but I gotta run over.
You gotta study harder because you're not smart. You're not even remotely intelligent.
All right, let him close out, Shaka. Let him finish.
All right. So this is all I'm saying, bro. See, the problem
so far you ain't saying nothing. That's how I feel. I respect you when you respect me. So far, you ain't saying nothing. You're a clown.
Well, okay.
Hey everyone, Brother Josh here. Before I give the final verdict, I just wanted to tell you about Absolute Bible Truths Online University. If you're interested in learning how to become a master teacher, expert debater, or just want to up your research game, visit our website at www.abtuniversity.net. And while you're at it, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, I wouldn't even be mad at you if you showed your appreciation through Cash App. Okay, shameless plug over, back to the video.
Gay is gay. Thank you.